Hello, my name is Raymond Karchevsky, and I am a living Christ. I wish to speak to you this evening about the changes that are going on in our world and why every one of you should watch my videos. Why? Your lives depend upon it, the quality of your lives. You see, you have been lied to all of your life, since you were born. You were fed the lie by your parents, who were lied to by their parents, and their parents, going to the very beginning of the family. That is the sins of the fathers being visited upon their offspring, generation by generation. If you live in a civilized society, you're living a lie. You, most of you, damn near all of you, don't know the truth if it bit you in the behind. You follow illusions. You worship illusions, the false gods of words, symbols, ideas, legends, myths, hypnotic spells, satanic spells that govern your dualistic, intellectual mind, your satanic mind. You see, you have forgotten who you truly are. You don't know who you are. You doubt yourselves. You're living men and women. You are the creators of your lives. You are responsible for the quality of your lives. If you live a lie, you reap the outcome of that lie. And what is that outcome? It's division, it's separation, confusion, opposition. That's the very definition of what satanic means. The opposer. You see, you worship the dualistic intellect, which is the mind of Satan. And you have left your subconscious mind, which is the divine mind of non-duality, of oneness, of love, of creation. You see, you have these two minds. And to live a balanced life is to use the subconscious mind for the creation of a mind of truth, a mind of non-duality, of what is. You see, in such a life, there is no conflict. There is no struggle. There is nothing to oppose or confuse you. It is what is. However, we also live in a technical, mechanical world, a world of generation of illusion, of mechanical advances that have overtaken our intelligence and made us dependent upon these inventive products which make life easier, or so it appears. But appearances are illusions. Look at the downfall, the downside of those illusions. For everything that you gain, an advantage. You suffer a setback. You destroy part of the world that you have created. Nature shows this like nothing else. We have destroyed the natural world that we live in. We replaced trees with concrete roads, buildings, ease of living. But we have destroyed the nature forever, that part of nature. How do we restore that? If it's gone, it's gone. But look at the other things that we have destroyed. We have destroyed our lifeline. We've destroyed the water. We've polluted the water, the oceans. We have polluted the air that we breathe. We have polluted the food chain. All the while, they are touted by those who gain great profit as being advances, being modern society, processed foods that we eat. It's killing us. Look at the medical profession. It's soaring. Why? Because they've taken away from the natural scheme of things, natural health. And they've created a false, pharmaceutically based institution of healthcare. Chemicals, pharmacies. They have created pills. Pills that you take instead of food that you eat. And these pills are supposed to balance out you. Balance out your health. Do they do that? Look at what the pharmaceutical company has done. The death that has followed because of pharmaceutical substitutes for vitamins and food, healthy food. We've contaminated everything, and we call that progress. That's idiotic. We fail to understand truth in our lives. We believe in fables, in fairy tales, in legends, in myths, superstitions. That's the quality of our intellect. And you can see what effect that has had upon our society. We are at eternal conflict with one another because of our dualistic intellect. We are in opposition with ourselves because we are confused. We have to think things through. But what happens when we think things through? You have to ultimately stop and come to a conclusion, a false step, instead of just stopping altogether and observing what is truth and letting that guide you in your actions. You follow methods that are taught to you by an educational system that screws up your mind, that tampers with your intelligence at a very early age, and you don't know any better. We call those schools. And what are they? They're mind control institutions that are established by fictitious organizations like government and religion, both of which are fictions, and they promote illusions. not truth. There is no truth in government. There is no truth in religion. There is only the ideas that we have that are defined to be truth. Definitions. Dead words and ideas that are defined by those words. That's the world. That's the God that we worship. That God is satanic. Satanic thinking, dualistic thinking, false illusions. That's the world that is the foundation of every civilized society on earth. Bar none. You are trained to live in this false society. You have lost touch with nature. You have lost touch with truth. God, that can only be experienced in the subconscious, non-dualistic mind. That's the nature of truth, of infinite truth, divine truth. How many of you live in that subconscious mind where you observe what is and allow the flow of that truth to guide you in your actions? Not many of you at all, for you are enamored with being a pretension-driven individual, a hypocrite. You say one thing and you do another, and they don't match. They don't coincide. You speak and you speak illusions. You act and your actions are fragmented. Therefore, they cannot be true. You cannot deny this. Now, the fact is that I speak to you in truth. And you notice that truth because you are upset with most of my words. Why are you upset? Your satanic beliefs are being challenged and you are left wanting. If what I was saying to you was not true, you would not be disturbed. You see? But you are. And I don't care who you are, whether you are president, whether you are king, whether you are queen. Those are all fictional characters that are honored in a fictitious mind, the dualistic mind of Satan. You all live in hell. This civilized society with its rules, its laws, its regulations, is all an illusion because it's fragmented. That which is fragmented, which is limited, cannot be true, for truth is eternal. It does not change. It does not alter its energy. It is what is. How many of you live that way? Very few, I would venture to say. With every word that I speak, you become more and more disturbed. That is you being exposed to yourself and seeing how you have sold your souls for comfort, for security. And you have become enslaved by that desire, satanically enslaved. Yes, your government is satanic. Your religions are satanic. Your philosophies are satanic. Your banking, your money, it's all an idea, an illusion. And that's satanic because that can be manipulated, and it is. And look at the world. Look at the collapse that is coming. It's all manufactured, satanically manufactured, in order to throw you into chaos, upset, anger, frustration. That's your world. You understand why my videos are not being displayed accurately? They are truth. The content of my videos ought to be going viral, for they cannot be disputed by you or anybody who believes in the ideas that have been programmed into them by their satanically institutionalized educational system. You live in hell. I am here with you in hell, but I am not of hell. I am beyond the scope, the jurisdiction of hell, and I have proven that in the courts of Oregon. They tried to put me in prison for 40 years. I went to 2 trials, and they convicted the person, the fictional person that they created, by manipulating my name in all capital letters. That's not me. That never was me. I'm Raymond Ronald Karczewski. I am not that Raymond Karczewski whose name is spelled in all capital letters, for that's a fiction. But that's where Satan gets its power over you. You are the living dead. You are fictional persons created by a fictional government through birth certification, which is satanic contracting, where you've sold your souls, or you've sold the souls of your offspring, if you are mothers. Why? Because you're ignorant of who you truly are. Oh, some of you awaken during life, but very, very few of you. Most of you go to your death. Spent slaves. No energy left. No money left. All of your production has been usurped by your satanic government and religion. And they leave you to die a slave, bereft of all the energy that you were born with, because they have siphoned it off throughout the years. They call it taxes. They call it tithing. Why? How could they do such a thing? Simple. They do it with your consent. How dumb does that make you? You understand? There is the truth of who you are, and it's with you. I speak of it all the time. You'll find it in my videos. You will find it nowhere else but my videos. Nowhere do you get the information that you get in my videos. Nowhere. That is why the people who control the views of my videos are satanic, and they exercise satanic mind control. Your minds, your satanically ruled intellect. That's your life. And you consent to it willingly. Look at the quality of your life. All of you wish to change that, but you don't know how. And you have become so dependent upon others to do your thinking for you that you will not move unless someone tells you or orders you to move. And then you take action blindly without understanding what it is behind the actions you're taking, other than the fact that it's popular. And you go along to get along. And that's the nature of hell. Again, my videos are being controlled. Look at the double-digit numbers. You see, I don't tell you stories. I don't tell you fairy tales. I don't engage in superstitions and mystical language. I speak the simple truth. You can't avoid it. You can't argue it. All you have to do is expose yourself to the truth. And if you have any energy within you of a divine nature of truth, you will understand what is being said to you. In the meantime, your intellect is chattering with definitions of words that have been programmed into you, and you don't understand what those words mean, so you take it for granted what someone tells you they mean. And that's the quality of your life. You're all second-hand people and third-hand people. There's very few first-hand people amongst you. Those are who I am looking at, to talk to speak to. Those and second-hand people who are willing to change, who are willing to change their lives. You see, you must act in order to change your life. Just talking, debating, and arguing doesn't do it. You remain on a level, and you merely go round and round and round, and you come to nothing but more confusion and conflict and debate. That's the nature of your civilized society, but you're afraid to call it what it is. It's hell, is it not? Do you want to change your life? Share my videos with everyone that you care about. Let them understand what truth resonates like. I make no promises. I don't tell you what to think. Unlike everyone else that you listen to. Everybody has a theory. A theory is an illusion. And you live these theories, these illusions. That's the nature of hell. Try truth for a change. Listen to the energy spoken by this living Christ. It's different. That can't be argued. How is it different? I don't tell you what to think. I let you discover just how confused you really are, and I point out where to see it. But you must act. You must change your life, because nobody can do that for you but yourself. And that is found in my videos. The videos that the institutionalized Satanists do not want you to watch. Well, if you want to change your life, watch those videos. For you will not find the truth that is in them anywhere else on the internet. You will find illusion. You will find positive imagery that is designed to flatter you, to stroke you, to have conversations with God. It's duality. You understand? If you're having a conversation, you're involved in duality. Duality cannot be God, because God is truth. God is oneness. God is love. God is cooperation. The civilized life that you live is the absolute antithesis of that non-dualistic life of truth. You must understand that that's what you have to do. You have to change your life and take responsibility for it. No one can do that for you. Start out by watching my videos and discover what it is to feel the pain of your own confusion and leave it behind and walk away from it. That's how you walk out of hell, free, sovereign, a whole man or a woman, a living man or woman, no longer a living dead person, a creation of a fictional government or a fictional religion or a fictional philosophy. Yeah, philosophers are also Satanists because they are based in their dualistic intellect. Anything that is based in dualism is satanic. That's what satanic means. That's what hell's all about. The split, the opposing, the confusion, the wars, the anger, the crime. All those are based in dualistic environment. That is our civilized world. Follow the second coming of Christ consciousness. And you'll find them only in my videos. Only. Isn't it about time that you wake up and that you stop judging this living, breathing, flesh and blood man who has proven the sovereignty of the living in the courts of Oregon, where they released me when I refused to accept their sentence, which, had I contracted by remaining silent, would have put me in prison for 40 years. 40 years! Who can do that? A Christ can. A Christ dealing with a satanic judicial system. The whole system is flawed. It's time that you wake up and find that out. What do then? You boycott it. You withdraw your support. That and religion. And without that support, your money, your energy, they cannot continue. You see, if they cannot continue, how can they be true? They must be illusions. They prove themselves to be illusions because they are dependent upon you for their very survival. Be a living man, a loving man, a loving woman, a cooperative. Do no harm, tell no lies. Once you leave that dualistic environment, you are living in your non-dualistic divine mind, the mind of God. And yes, you are the God of your own life, and you are responsible for the quality of your life. Thank you for your attention. Now do something with it.